Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on hashtag Transformation Tuesday. We're welcoming Chris Shelton to this show. He's known around town as the Hollywood healer. Total health with the 5 elements of earth. That is
wood, fire, metal, all the above.
So how did you, Chris, master that?
My own quick story, my old story was that I had a heart attack at age 17 from a meth overdose. And then I put myself into martial arts as a way to change my path. And one night before a match, I was kicked in the back and almost paralyzed from the waist down. Fast forward, I realized, I need to make some changes. So this doctor that I was working with, she had a therapist working with her, and this is over 26 years ago. We started talking about Qigong. And I was like, Qigong, what is that? And he goes, you've heard about Qi. And I, closest thing I've heard about Qi was like Cheez-Its and Cheese Whiz. So anyways, he was telling me you should take these classes. And anyways, I had nothing else to lose. I had the other health problems as well. And, sinus problems, digestive problems. And after about 6 months of doing these practices, I kid you not, but it went away. And that's what intrigued me to start studying Chinese medicine.
So Qigong, what does it mean? The movement of energy, is that what it means? Okay.
Yeah, so Qi is a life force energy that emanates through all living things. Gong is a skill, kind of like Gong Fu, skill with the fist. And in this case, we're utilizing it to be able to help transform people's bodies because the leading cause of death is actually negative emotions.
Yeah.
And it's not that emotions are bad, it's when there's...
Yeah, and I think we're just coming to that as a culture. I mean, the East has known this for a long time, and working with clients in subconscious, as soon as they, their emotions are acknowledged and expressed, whatever. It's amazing what will turn off in the body. Diseases will go away and things like that.
Yes.
So how do you feel like this happens? When you're doing Qigong, how are you moving the energy in your body?
So number one is mindfulness. And what I tell students, for example, when you're practicing the liver move, because the liver is affected by the emotions of anger, rage, and frustration, resentment. When that's held on to for a long period of time, it turns into depression. So what I tell people to do is to focus on a past trauma, to focus on a present trauma. And then as you're doing the movement, you inhale, pulling the intention into the right side of the body where the liver is located. And then from there, the combination of these movements that are over 5,000 years old, it helps to create the release and the transformation to help to heal the body.
That is so incredible. I mean, it's no wonder that Hollywood has embraced you. Maria Shriver, Channing Tatum, just to name a few, because of the emotion that they're feeling, not only as artists, but through their characters and the way that their physical body inhabits and processes that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. And it does, emotions don't discriminate. That's the thing, right? And, you could be somebody who tries to suppress, but eventually the body will say, guess what? I'm going to show you. And it could be something as simple as chronic pain, like you wake up in the morning, you have frozen shoulder, you can't turn your head. The common characteristic or foundation with those people is that some kind of emotion that affected the heart. The dog ran away, they got in an argument with their spouse. And so the body says, okay, well, we're going to show you. And what happens is that we blame our pillow. We blame it on walking the dog. There's always something else then to look back. So the more you do these practices, the more mindful you become of, what is actually going on in my life? And how is that showing up as this pain or this illness?
So interesting. So how long does it take someone to sort of begin to experience the positive effects of Qigong?
The positive effects can take place right away. The first thing that people will notice is relaxation. And like I tell people, relaxation is really just a byproduct. And the whole idea here is for you to become your own superior doctor. And what does that mean? That means that you're able to become so aware of your body that you can understand when disease is setting in before it actually shows up as clinical symptoms. So I tell people, if you do the practice every single day, after a couple months, you're going to start to notice oh, wow, and when did that change? When did I actually start to get rid of the insomnia? When did my migraine start to go away? Or when did my depression start to alleviate? So you just start to notice.
That's so fantastic. Most people would do Qigong because they want to see them getting more power, more money, more whatever, right?
Yes.
I do think it's interesting. And so what does it look like to have a practice? Do you practice every day? How long is a practice? How much does somebody have to do the work?
So what's funny is in my book here, we have the 1 hour practice, we have the half-hour practice.
The 4 minute.
We have the 5 minute practice.
Yes.
We have the one practice of just taking a conscious breath for those people that like here in Los Angeles that are so on the go all the time. But yeah, it's something that you could design for yourself. And what's cool is that besides the book, we have a YouTube channel where all these practices are on YouTube for free. And on top of that, every week we launch a free video on some health-related topic. So like a couple weeks ago, I talked about GERD, acid reflux. and what's the root cause, emotionally, dietary, and then how to fix it yourself. Talk about prolapses, talk about every week something new. The whole idea here is to empower people,
Yes.
to empower people to take care of their own health care. That's the thing.
And you don't have to be in Hollywood to experience
You
that.
don't have to. Yes.
Thank you, Chris. We
Yes.
appreciate you. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
So you can follow me on at Chris Shelton Qigong for Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. You go to chrisshelton.com and
Check out the book.
Yes, check out the book.
Amazing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you.